Afternoon. It is Thursday, February 23rd. It is 4:30. We have a full dais. I'm calling this meeting to order. Madam Secretary, do we have anyone signed up for citizen comments?
No, Mayor.
All right, Council, we're moving to item 3A, consider action to approve Resolution 2023-25, accepting the resignation of Mayor Pro Tem Drusilla Rogers for Place 2 on the Bastrop City Council and establishing an effective date. Not very happy, but there we are. All right, Madam Secretary, tell us where we are.
Okay, Mayor and Council, good afternoon, good evening. On February 20th, Mayor Pro Tem Rogers submitted her resignation to us, and by the election code, you all are required to take action on her resignation. So hence, here we are today for you all to vote on the resignation of Mayor Pro Tem.
All right, Council, we'll talk about the election and the consequences of that, but should Council choose to accept the resignation, Mayor Pro Tem Rogers will be serving until someone is sworn in to take her place. So that's how that works. So we'll still be seeing her at meetings for a while. And Drew, we will properly appreciate the years of service that you've given to the city, but I personally want to tell you how much I've enjoyed serving with you. Council, I will reluctantly accept a motion.
Well, I will reluctantly move that we accept her resignation, as much as I have appreciated working with her all these years and even going back to EDC. But yes, I suppose we should do as Drusilla wishes.
As if she should control her own destiny. I have a motion from Councilmember Plunkett.
And I offer the reluctant second, but only because we were told we were required to.
We all got to follow the rules. All right, Madam Secretary, I have a motion and a second. Would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Plunkett.
Yes.
Councilmember Kirkland.
Yes.
Councilmember Lee.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Rogers.
Yes.
Councilmember Crouch.
Yes.
So the motion passes unanimously, and again, I'll be working with the city manager, and we'll make sure that we properly appreciate your time and efforts and energy. But Council, that means that we will be moving on to item number 3B, consider action to approve Resolution 2023-26 of the City Council of the City of Bastrop, Texas, for and establishing the procedures for a May 6, 2023 special election for Bastrop, Texas, and providing an effective date. For the general public, here's how this deal works. There are 5 council members and a mayor. We are all elected at large. We all have 3-year terms. That means that every year, 2 places are up. If there are more than 2 places up for some reason, that by definition makes it a special election. And you can have the general standard election and the special election at the same time. And in fact, Mayor Pro Tem Rogers very specifically chose the date of her resignation so that the taxpayers did not pay for 2 separate elections, because depending on when the resignation is made, sometimes you're required to hold a special election that's not on a normal May election. So with that, Madam Secretary, help us follow the law and tell us what we need to do next.
Okay, so we have a resolution before you to call the special election. It's called separately from the general election, but they will both be held, as the mayor said, on the same date on May 6th. The date to receive an application for a place on the ballot for this special election begins immediately after you approve this item. It will close the deadline to submit an application for the place on the special election. Place 2 is March the 6th. So we will be accepting applications for this place. We will use, of course, the same voting locations as we use for the general election, the hours for early voting, and the dates for early voting are exactly the same as the general election. So, Mayor Pro Tem will reside on the dais until her successor replaces her.
And another thing, because people may say, well, in the general election, people were allowed 4 weeks to put their information in. Part of what we're trying to do is be able to be on the May 6th agenda, and the critical path, because Councilmember Kirkland and I know that we think in critical paths. The critical path is you have to have mail-out ballots that go out the end of March so people have an opportunity to review them and get that mail-out ballot back for the May 6th election. Well, you can't send the ballot out if you don't know who the candidates are. You can't know who the candidates are if you don't get all the applications back, and then they need that week of what in the world was I thinking? They still get an opportunity to do that. So all of those dates work back. And the most important thing is not a single date that she's mentioned, May 6th, March 6th, none of those dates are controlled by the city of Bastrop. That is all set by the state. So we are dotting I's, crossing T's, and following state elections. Is there any other information you'd like to give council?
You're correct. It is driven by state law. I would like to announce that because this is a special election, the city manager will be holding an orientation for the candidates on Monday. Seeing as how this is a special election, we will have candidates coming in, filing for this special election. I'd like to put that out there, that if you're a candidate, you're filing, the orientation will be held here in the chamber on Monday, immediately following the drawing for the general election at 9 a.m.
So that is Monday, February 27th at 9 a.m. here in council chambers. They'll draw names for the ballot. And what you're saying is if you're thinking about running, it's an open meeting and
Yes.
people are
Correct.
welcome to attend the
Correct.
candidate orientation. And that may help you know that it is the most awesome job in
Correct.
the whole world. Or you may say, see y'all next year, maybe not so much right now. But
Correct.
anybody is welcome to attend that if they're thinking about applying. And you've
Correct.
got packets for folks this afternoon, tomorrow. What's best for you?
Immediately following the meeting, if
Immediately
you're here.
following. All right, council, are you very clear on everything? Councilmember Kirkland?
Yeah, question. So we're still in the what was I thinking?
Till
time
5 o'clock
period
Friday.
In the prior election.
That is
So
correct.
someone could theoretically pull out of the current election and go into the new one.
That's, what they can't do is be in 2 elections at the same
Right.
time.
Okay, got it. I'm clear.
Happy
Motion
to
to-
take a motion?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve from Councilmember Kirkland,
Second.
a second from Councilmember Crouch. Everybody real clear on what you're voting on? Madam Secretary, if you'll call the roll.
Councilmember Kirkland,
Yes.
Councilmember Crouch,
Yes.
Councilmember Lee,
Yes.
Councilmember Plunkett,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Rogers.
Yes. Thank you, council. The vote passes unanimously. We will have a special election held during the general election on May 6th. Packets are available immediately, and an orientation is scheduled for 9 a.m. Monday, February 27th. It is 4:38. We're on item number 4. Councilmember Kirkland?
Motion to,
I-
I almost said motion to approve. Motion to,
Adjourn is the word that you're
To get
looking
out
for.
of
All
here.
right, you're about to lose the ability to, we might have to let someone else take on that task. I have a motion to adjourn from Councilmember Kirkland.
I second that.
And a second from Councilmember Crouch. It is 4:38, and we are adjourned.